The 1980s, consolidation and the patent Cold War. While the panic faded, boardrooms sharpened their knives. Mergers thinned the herd. Conglomerates snapped up labs, then streamlined anything that didn't feed next quarter. Antitrust took a nap. Shareholder value became a creed. Look, I'm gonna tell you something plain. If a breakthrough shaved a cash cow, it died in a spreadsheet long before it hit a test cell. From their perspective, this was discipline. Discipline meant fewer bets, bigger moats, tighter control of IP. The patent office turned into a battlefield, claims, continuations, terminal disclaimers, a chess game with a clock. Lawyers taught engineers to think in fences. Block the lane, slow the rival, license nothing you can smother. That was the new music. And when that wasn't enough, they built thickets, a forest of filings that made moving forward expensive, slow, and legally scary. Meanwhile, something else was happening in certification. High-power electronics were finally ready to jump. Wide bandgap devices, cleaner switches, cooler power stages. But safety became a polite break. Test codes lagged. Certification paths weren't written. Labs could show devices running cooler at higher frequencies, but buyers heard, "No listing yet, talk next year." Next year slid to 3. The momentum bled out. Here's where the ceramic story turns. Japan ran hot on adiabatic engines. Ceramic liners, pistons, turbo housings, parts built to hold heat where it works and ditch coolant where it drags. DMOS ran, efficiency ticked up. The knock on ceramics, brittle, hard to machine, was real, but progress was steady. In US circles, the narrative hardened early. Manufacturing risk, field fragility, uneconomic at scale. Budgets shifted. Programs slipped behind closed doors or into defense corners where export rules fenced the best fibers and matrices. By the time some materials were commercial ready, the window had moved. Gas got cheap. Finance said pass. Telecom told a parallel story. The tools for distributed compute were appearing, smarter edges, local processing, peer networks, but walled gardens paid. Bell had been broken up, sure, but vendor lock revived like a reflex. Proprietary standards slowed open links. The dream of homes and small shops crunching and routing without tolls got delayed behind integration roadmaps. That lag kept central choke points valuable and kept oversight simple for anyone who liked it that way. Meanwhile, grid hardware that could have trimmed losses kept tripping over procurement. Amorphous metal transformers weren't rumors, they worked. Core loss cuts were huge on paper and pilots hinted at meaningful savings. But the standards were old and the test rigs mimicked the old. Committees asked for long-term field data while purchases starved the data they demanded. A few footholds formed overseas. Here, it felt like walking through syrup. The finance turn sealed it. MBAs ran IRR models that punished public spillovers. If a technology made neighborhoods resilient or cut maintenance across an industry, the private buyer ate cost while society banked gains. Those gains didn't show up in the cell that mattered to the CFO. So the killer features, long life, field repairability, lower losses, looked value destructive. Cheaper today, pricier tomorrow, won every time. Patents became weapons, not bridges. You could see it in the language. Freedom to operate meant paying a toll or paving a dead end for someone else. Small inventors got offers they couldn't refuse. Cash now, then their filings folded into portfolios that never saw daylight. Continuations stretched for years, keeping rivals nervous while never granting a claim strong enough to ship a threat. If an interloper tried, litigation posed as due diligence. Bleed them until the runway ends. Get this, there was also an insurance layer. Underwriters read the same memos and priced novelty like arson. Magnetic bearings with near-zero friction. Great numbers, but what's the failure mode at scale? Flywheel banks with instant response and deep cycle life. Containment risk unacceptable. Thermophotovoltaics sitting by industrial furnaces turning glow to power. Non-standard hazard, no policy. You didn't need a ban. You just needed premiums that scared buyers back to diesel and dumb loads. Some bright spots broke through. Gallium nitride hinted at cooler, smaller power everywhere. Labs showed tenfold improvements in certain stages, but without clear cert paths and big anchor orders, the market stayed a rumor mill. A boutique vendor shipped to niche gear, the grid never felt it. And in software, closed ecosystems vacuumed value out of the edge, selling convenience while keeping control. If data traveled through moats, toll keepers ate. Meanwhile, FOIA trails and standards minutes read like deja vu. Premature deployment risk. Unverified safety envelope. Grid stability concern. The phrases echoed across sectors. Agencies used them. Private briefing decks mirrored them. The effect was always time. Stall a quarter, force a rebid, trigger a new test no one's staffed to run. Delay is victory when cash burns and patience runs thin. A micro story, a Midwestern utility trialed a high-density flywheel array for substation smoothing. It handled spikes, cut wear on transformers, played nice with power factor quirks. Operators liked it. Legal flagged novel failure, catastrophic release, demanded a warranty rider's stack no vendor could write. The pilot ended. Press said nothing. The old gear stayed. By decade's end, the patent Cold War felt normal. R&D talked like legal. Legal talked like finance. Finance talked like God. And the embargo machine, it didn't slam doors. It taught everyone where not to knock. The 1990s would inherit a perfect playbook and a longer list of things we were told didn't work. The 35 keys, energy liberation 1-7. 7 keys, real power right now. If these ran, life shifts. Bills drop, air clears, lights stay. First, high-cycle ceramic turbines. Tiny plant, basement size, no drama. I see white-hot cores grin, no coolant, higher temps, higher efficiency. We pipe waste heat to showers. We feed clean power upstairs. Hospitals ditch diesel, towns relax, action. Rigs screamed hot and steady. Clipboards whispered brittle. Unknown failures. CERT stalled, the room iced. Impact, fewer peakers, quieter grids. Second, advanced Stirling modules. Silent boxes. Heat becomes watts, no bang, just a sealed breath. I bolt one on an oven, it hums steady as a clock. Ovens, kilns, server exhaust, free fuel. Buyers ask, what code is this? Insurers ask, who carries risk? Bids vanish, the hum fades. Impact, thousands of tiny generators sipping waste. Third, thermophotovoltaics, TPV. Infrared glow into electricity. You've seen steel slabs bleed light. I frame a cell by the furnace. Dust shields click in. Power flows. Factory bills sag. Emissions fall. Procurement mutters non-standard hazard. They reach for yesterday's checklist. Impact. Hidden baseload in every red glow. Fourth, direct carbon fuel cells. Solid carbon in. Clean power out. Coal char, biomass char, certain wastes, no flame, just electrons walking. Exhaust runs quiet and lean. Coal towns keep jobs, air heals, then came the hedges, purity. Ash handling. Code path unclear. Folders close, DMOS go dark. Impact, the dirtiest corner repainted clean. Fifth, high temperature superconducting cables. Low loss. Big cities breathe, copper bleeds heat, this doesn't. Cooled, not cryo-crazy, tight tunnels. I watch trial loops like corridors, numbers look unreal, utilities flinch. New maintenance playbooks. Unknown failures. They stall, concrete keeps pouring. Impact, cooler tunnels, more load downtown. Sixth, flywheel banks, not batteries, no fire risk. Rotors float on magnetic fields. Vacuum cans, instant response, deep cycles. I stand in a substation. A cloud passes, lights don't blink. Pilots smooth spikes like butter. Insurance types catastrophic release in bold. Specs run back to diesel. Impact, resilience you can't even notice. Seventh, ocean thermal microloops. Warm top, cold deep. Gentle gap. Islands pay blood for diesel. I lay pipe. Water breathes cold. Microloops hum. Hotels cool free. Data centers sip steady baseload. Permits snarl. Rights bite. Finance yawns. Too small. Call us later. Impact, sovereign energy for coasts. Here's the thread I pull. Ceramics run hot and compact. Stirlings sip what slips past. TPV steals the glow itself. Direct carbon cleans old fuels. Superconductors cut city bleed. Flywheels make it all snappy. Microloops set a calm heartbeat. Clinics never flicker. Bills drop. Air stops scraping lungs. Tonight. Same stall each time. Strong pilots, careful committees, insurance dread, yesterday's standards. The meter's choke stays tight. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Power without permission breaks rents. That's why they pressed pause. Next, we bend matter itself. Cheaper, tougher, longer life, less cost. The 35 keys. Materials and manufacturing, 815. We bend matter to our will. Right here, right now, less waste, less heat, less maintenance, more life. 8 self-healing polymers, cracks close like skin. I score a panel, heat it. Microcapsules bleed. The scar seals. Bridges don't spall. Seals don't creep. Pipes stop weeping in silence. Field crews climb fewer ladders. Then lawyers ask urate nightmares. Specs worship century-old paints. The fix stays trapped in journals. 9 amorphous metal transformers. Glassy cores. Losses collapse. Trust me, this one hurts. In the 1980s, we had it. Swap ribbon for silicon steel. Core losses dropped 60–70%. Pilots ran cooler, hums faded. Meters showed watts we stopped wasting. Committees clung to old tests. Procurement demanded equivalent materials. Insurance typed unknown long-term aging. 10 years of not yet. Bills kept feeding the heat. 10 ultra-hard coatings. Tools stopped dying early. PVD, CVD, thin armor, I watch cutters stay sharp. Pumps run cool, no drama, uptime climbs, burns don't happen. Vendors selling spares get nervous, they whisper application specific, hard to repair. Specs lock legacy alloys in place. Productivity wins, budgets say no. 11 room temperature sintering. Strong parts without furnaces. I press activated powders cold. Grains neck. Density climbs fast. Shops print cure bolt same week. Carbon and capital both fall. Safety waves, powder handling flags. QA screams new process variants. Requal for every single part. Distributed manufacturing stalls in paperwork. 12 shape memory alloys. Motion without motors, wires, noise. Nitinol flexes cold, snaps hot. Valves open with a whisper. I see silent linkages breathe. Low power, few failure points. Aerospace hides them in corners. Consumer gear flirts, then ghosts. Standards want motor-style boxes. SMA doesn't fit the template. 13 high-strength aerogels. Light, fireproof. Insulation that bites. Wrap pipes, vans, ducts tight. Energy bills fall like rain, walls thin. HVAC shrinks quietly. Procurement scores cost per square foot. Life cycle savings get ignored again. Fire codes love old foam's paperwork. Insurers type smoke profile unknown. The blanket waits behind forms. 14 directed energy machining. No tool wear precision all day. Lasers, electron beams, exact edges. I drill microholes in blades. I harden patterns that last. Tolerances hold. Downtime slides away. Small shops prove it works. Gatekeepers ask for missing ASTM. Big primes build private cells. The rest watch the door stay heavy. 15 recycled composite reclaimers. Pull fiber back from trash. Supercritical fluids. Pyrolysis. Solvolysis lines. Respectable lengths. Clean strands out. Specs chant virgin only traceable. Aerospace says prove modulus forever. Civil says unknown drift, sorry. Landfills swell. Prices swing stupid. Recovery tech takes scraps, not crowns. See the money trail, right? Cooler transformers kill peakers quietly. Hard coatings end spare part empires. Aerogels shave peak loads daily. Sintering puts factories in garages. SMA cuts motors from machines. Directed energy pushes failures right. Reclaimers calm supply shocks. The embargo didn't shout classified. It whispered standards lag, liability risk. It worshipped bad procurement math. 5 years of data before orders, nice trick. Time kills interest. Budgets reset. Champions leave. A decade later, scarcity feels normal. Matter got cheaper, tougher, smarter. Transport should have flipped next. Move fast, burn less, we go. The 35 keys. Mobility and engines, 1622. Move fast, burn less, pay less. If these ran, streets change. Engines whisper, air clears, bills drop. 16 HCCI, diesel work, gas clean. I mix the charge perfect. Compression lights it, no spark, more pushed from every drop. City fleet slash fuel today. Smog dips without speeches. Action, night dyno sessions, brutal. I chase microns and milliseconds. Phoenix heat. Detroit cold starts. It held until factories flinched. Hold tolerances on bad days. Standards wanted flat emissions everywhere. Insurers wanted zero misfire risk. The lane narrowed. Momentum bled. Impact, diesel miles per gallon vibes. None of the diesel pain. 17 variable compression heads. Tune squeeze on the fly. Cruise wants lean, high squeeze. Heavy pull wants knock safety. I change geometry mid-run. Wild cams, eccentric tricks, sliding heads. Dynos showed real gains fast. Manufacturing called it fussy pricey. New failure envelope, they said. A few niche models tiptoed in. The window closed when gas fell. Finance shrugged. Maybe next decade. Impact, one block, thrift and punch. 18 ceramic engines. Adiabatic dreams, keep heat in the cycle. Stop dumping it to coolant. Efficiency climbs. Friction falls hard. Japan ran no coolant DMOS. Ceramic liners, hotter burns, lighter guts. Early parts cracked like steel parts. Wrong handling, old habits, fair, but the curve was rising. Then, manufacturing risk, export fences, and a quiet, uneconomic veto. Programs paused, slipped into defense. Vans and tractors could have sipped. Shops could have skipped radiators. Impact, less weight, less lost, fewer fixes. 19 linear alternator pistons. Skip the crank circus completely. Straight line shuttle, magnets cut coils. Electricity every stroke, clean. Hybrids love that sweet spot. Range extenders hum like clocks. Few moving parts, easy seals. Benches sang at fixed frequency. Buyers asked, where's this fit? Legacy drivetrains had no shelf. Codes had no neat box. Insurers wanted long fatigue curves. Catalog pages went blank. Impact, tiny gens that just work. 20 air hybrid braking. Store stops as pressure. Tank smart valve combo machine. I launch buses on air, fuel sips to keep pace. Fleets save on pads, diesel, crews already know tanks, valves, procurement waived EV calendars. Codes hugged yesterday's comfort. Insurance flagged tank rules hard, shops balked at dual systems. Impact, cheap wins, faster paybacks. 21 ultracap buses. Charge in seconds, run forever. No chemistry to baby daily, electrostatic banks, million cycle calm, top-up bars at stops, routes never sweat range anxiety, pilots juiced under overhead arms, then standards dragged their feet, interop fights, fire rules, spacing wars, finance hated new depot, battery vendors whispered niche toy, impact, fewer dead packs, steady ops. 22 magnetic bearings, friction deletes itself basically. Rotors float on fields, no oil, no wear, wild speeds. Turbochargers, flywheels, compressors grin. Labs proved it, plants nodded. Insurers asked failure at speed. We showed catches, damped the spin. Specs still loved bronze and oil. Old habits wrote the purchase. Impact, gear that doesn't grind budgets. None of this is magic, it's physics lined up right. HCCI and variable squeeze ring fuel. Ceramics keep heat where needed. Linear alternators ditch dumb linkages. Air hybrids and ultracaps bank stops. Mag bearings erase friction's tax. The machine didn't shout no. It whispered, not ready, risky. Then it waited you out, managers rotated, budgets tightened, gas dipped, urgency died, standards asked for data purchases block. By the time doors opened, the spotlight had moved on. From their view, delay looked wise. From ours, it was loss. Move fast, burn less was here. We walked past it. Next, water and waste, the unglamorous empire where scarcity rents thrive. The 35 keys, water, waste, and food, 2328. We're in the guts now. Water, trash, food, daily life, bills, outages, spoilage, right here. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, fix these, families breathe easier. 23 capacitive deionization. CDI, low-energy brackish desal, modular skids, I roll a container off, plumb brackish in, flip polarity, salt sticks to plates, then releases, meters drop fast, pressure stays low, ops love start-stop control, pre-treat is simple, no drama, procurement waves, reverse osmosis specs. Show seawater numbers, they say, we're inland, that's nonsense. Insurers ask membrane failure myths, orders dry up. Well, stay salty, impact, cheaper taps. Farms reclaim acres. 24 forward osmosis packs. Disaster water in a pouch. I dunk the bag. Wait. Clean sips flow through, no power. Shelters drink first. Med tents smile. Pipes burst. Still okay tonight. Codes stare. What is this? Procurement buys pallets of bottles. Plastic mountains grow. Roads clog. Finance says volume is low. Packs price high. No rollout. Impact. Minutes to drinkable, not days. 25 plasma gasification. Trash to fuel. Arc torches crack garbage clean. Syngas feeds engines. Slag turns glassy. I stand by the torch glow. Smell is gone. Gauge is steady. Landfill bulges stop growing. Permits call it incineration anyway. Utilities stay non-standard gas. Neighbors hear plasma. Picture fallout. Approvals stall. Vendors bleed out. Impact. Dumps shrink. Trucks idle less. Trash pickups become power plants. 26 anaerobic digesters 2. Small town baseload from scraps, sealed bioreactors, tuned and warm, food waste in, manure in, methane hums, gens run steady, heat loops back to the tank. Rural grids stop flickering nightly, then interconnects stall in forms, net metering pays in pennies, gas rules want pipeline polish, cities flare instead, bills stay mean, impact, odors down, trucks have, lights calm. 27 controlled environment microfarms, year-round greens near homes. Lead racks sing plant spectra, leaf temps perfect, loops closed. I taste basil grown 5 miles, yields per square foot unreal. Schools ask for lunch greens, utilities like steady baseline loads, zoning shrugs, industrial use only. Grants chase acreage, not racks. Grocers squeeze margins to dust. Scaling stalls outside rich hubs, impact, fresher food, fewer trucks, local jobs. 28 phase change cold packs, hold temp, kill spoilage quietly. I freeze to target bands, packs ride with fish, milk, vax, hours pass, temps don't wander, compressors cycle calmer, docks hush. Routes skip diesel idling in lines, contracts worship gensets and fuel, specs score unit price not loss, insurers can't price integrity logs. Sensors in packs prove it anyway. Impact, smaller fridges, cleaner air, food arrives alive. Get this, the loop repeats here. Yesterday's standards, liability ghosts, procurement worships sticker price. Lifetime value gets ignored again. But watch how they link. CDI feeds microfarms clean water. FO rides when mains explode. Plasma eats what digesters can't. Digesters feed steady baseload to racks. Phase change smooths the last mile. Waste heat warms winter greens. FO pouches refill with CDI taps. Plasma slag hardens cooler roof pavement. A micro story I watched. Coastal town, wastewater plant first. Packaged digesters bolt behind lagoons. Biogas spins a tiny gen. Heat loops into a winter greenhouse. CDI polishes a brackish well. Vertical racks glow. Greens snap. Phase change packs ride the ferry. No diesel freezers droning anymore. Residents notice two things. Food tastes better. Bills stop jumping. Then the inspector arrives with RO forms. The utility demands big grid interconnect studies. The ferry's insurer wants old freezer specs. The cluster freezes in paperwork. The pilot dies in paragraphs again. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Water, waste, food are the root. Kill pilots here, rents live everywhere. Approve them, middlemen starve fast. Once these stand up, compute and comms lock the gains. The 35 keys. Compute, comms, and control, 2933. Water's sorted, waste flows right. Now the brain wakes up. Chips, light, links, trust. 5 levers, no permission needed. 29 gallium nitride power stages. I swap hot silicon for GaN switches, flip faster, run cooler. Magnetics shrink. Bricks go quiet. Every watt saved is freedom. Servers breathe. Chargers stop cooking. Factory drives stop wasting heat. Labs showed clean waveforms fast. Tenfold speed in switching tests. Buyers nodded. Certs dragged. Codes wrote for yesterday's physics. Insurers typed unknown long-term risk. Delay one, bills kept climbing. Impact if unleashed. Cooler halls, smaller substations. 30 photonic interconnects. Light not heat. Copper cooks rooms for nothing. I route bits as light. Loss drops. Heat drops hard. Backplanes jump with fiber threads. Latency falls. Fans calm down. Floor space frees from chillers. Procurement hugs legacy buses still. Interop fears. Guarded ecosystems. Finance hates long replacement cycles, so photons wait in crates. Impact, cheaper compute per watt years sooner. 31 distributed mesh networks. Towers fail loud. Mesh whispers. I drop radios on rooftops. Packets hop neighbor to neighbor. Storm hits. Messages still move. Clinics text under blackout orders. No carrier, no gatekeeper toll. Regulators ask spectrum questions. Incumbents chant interference safety. Procurement wants one throat always. Mesh has none. That's power, impact. Comms that don't beg permission. 32 neuromorphic coprocessors. Tiny chips that spike like neurons. I run them on coin cells. They learn on the edge. No cloud, no bandwidth tax. Sensors spot leaks and faults. Robots adapt without phoning home. It fears model drift liability. Standards have no neat box. Insurers echo the caution memo. Cloud vendors love your uploads. Edge brains threaten that feast. Impact, privacy by default, uptime by design. 33 secure hardware enclaves. Trust in the chip itself. I measure firmware. I attest. I sign events in silicon. Auditors verify on site fast. No vendor portal required ever. Business models hate losing leash. Compliance simplicity, they whisper grinning. Standards tilt to remote gates. We keep keys, they lose rents. Impact, devices you trust locally.